What if the reason why most people feel confused is because they don't understand what's happening inside of them? What if you've been living outwardly, but you were never taught how your inner world works? Today, we're going to break down something that is simple yet powerful. We're going to break down what is your inner being and how does it create your reality. Wake up. You've been programmed, but you are more. You are light. You are energy. You are God within. This is divine alignment. I am your guide, and I can only give you the truth. The best way to break down what your inner being is we have to divide you into two separate states of being. You have your outer being. This is the version that people see about you. You have your inner being. This is your shadow self. This is the part that no one sees but you. This is your inner being. You exist in two states, outer and inner. I'm going to break down your outer being and how it detects energy around you. When you become self-aware, you learn that you are made of energy, and your human body is designed to detect energy. Your eyes detect light frequencies. Your ears detect sound frequencies. Your skin detects physical sensations. Your nose detects scent molecules. Your mouth detects chemicals through tastes. So your outer being helps you navigate the physical world. That's only half of you. Now let's go into the other part of you, the part that no one sees but you, no one experiences but you, your inner being. Just like you have outer senses, you also have inner senses. You can see with your imagination. You can hear an inner voice. You can feel emotions, which is energy and motion. You have inner preferences, which are your taste and your thoughts. Your inner being is your internal sensory system. Your inner being equals your intuition. So many people are quick to tell you got to follow your intuition, but they don't really break down what that is. That is what divine alignment is. I had to seek that answer, seek that knowledge for myself. I was being guided by my higher power to read certain things, watch certain videos, ask certain questions, talk to certain people, where I was able to develop a mental framework to get to that truth. What is intuition? What is my intuition? That's how I'm able to share this information with you today. That is what divine alignment is. Knowledge of self, aligning with your truth, and learning the kind of knowledge you need in order to discover it for yourself. When your inner senses work together, it becomes your intuition. Your intuition is your inner compass. It's what we also call our inner guiding system. This is why questions activate your inner being. This is why questions are so powerful. It's because they activate your inner being. Because when you ask a question, what you're doing is you're shifting your awareness inward. You stop projecting outward for the answers. You go within. You start to listen inward. That activates the inner vision. That activates your inner hearing. It activates your inner feeling. When you go within and say, who am I? You stop, you pause, you put your head down a little bit. You go within. You close your eyes sometimes. You blank out, you space out, you start imagining. That is you activating your inner being. It's like your inner God comes online. You start to hear a voice telling you what it is, telling you, giving you the answer. It's telling you what kind of questions to ask, where to go seek it. You're hearing that inner voice guiding you. It's showing you what that looks like when you do the work to get the answer. It's flooding you with, when you keep putting your thought and focus into that, it's now flooding you with a hormonal cocktail of peace, clarity, motivation to keep going. You start to have inner feeling, and now you're doing the work. As you're doing the work, you're having experiences that are building mental nodes, mental frameworks within your mind that gets you to your answer, that gets you to the understanding. Now let's break down how your inner being creates your reality. Here's the process. Your thoughts turns into chemicals, which turns into emotions, which turns into actions, which then creates your reality. This is how your reality is created. What you see on the outside becomes a thought. When you put your mind towards that thought, your focus into that thought, your brain then turns that into a chemical reaction. Those chemicals are hormones. Your hormones create emotion, and emotion influences your behavior. Now you have a flood of hormones of either peace, clarity from learning who you are, watching these videos. Now it's making you feel a hormone cocktail of dopamine and oxytocin. Your stress levels are going down, cortisol is going down, and it's influencing your behavior, your actions. Now you're going to feel a certain way. You're going to keep going after. You're going to watch more videos. You're going to get the book. You're going to do the work. And that is how your reality is created. When you don't understand this about yourself, somebody else does. And they will manipulate and exploit you and extract your energetic resources. This is how your reality is created. So if you don't understand your inner being, you're not going to know how your reality is created. And if you don't understand that, somebody else does. And they will program you. Most people are living programmed lives because they don't understand how their inner system works. Here's an example in real life. Let's say someone posts something online. You see it with your outer being. Your eyes see it. Your ears hear it. You're detecting it with your outer being, your outer senses. You focus and you put your attention on it. It then turns into a chemical reaction, which is now energy in motion, your emotions. You start to feel angry or whatever that thought is giving you. You respond emotionally based on the emotion that you felt from that thought, from that post. You may potentially damage a relationship. That's your inner being creating your reality. Now imagine you pause and you notice the emotion that is flowing through you. Then now that you're aware of what it is, you can take a step back and regulate it. You respond calmly. That is a different action, which leads to a different outcome. That's awareness. Inner being is your internal sensory system. When you understand it, you understand your power. When you understand your power, you stop being programmed. You start being intentional. That's why knowing your inner being matters. If this lesson gave you clarity, like this video and subscribe if you're ready to awaken. Until next time, continue on your quest, seekers.